Hi folks, welcome to Testing Hacks. In the previous video, we have seen what is Agile. Suppose if you have not watched that video, I will leave the link in the description box. Please do watch what is Agile. Today we will see what are the roles and responsibilities in Agile. So, very first thing is we will see who is project manager and what is the role and responsibility of product manager or the project manager. A product manager assists the agile team with the development process from start to finish. Their main responsibility is dealing with problems in development process, ensuring the team meets the project deadlines, collaborating with the other departments of the companies like sales, marketing, or the customer services. Okay, so the product manager is the one who actually monitors all the things from the development side, or else whatever the issues that comes in, he is a technical person, so he will help the development team or the testing team to understand how the functionality is. Okay, so he is also one of the main person in the agile methodology process. Okay, and the next one is the product owner. Okay, for this product owner is the one who defines the requirement, who is the one who is actually the requirement it will come from him. Actually, he is the one who owns the product. Okay, as the name suggests, he is the owner of the product. They decide the vision and features of the final software. He is the person who decides how it should look like and how the functionality should be. So as per his requirement, the other people will act. Okay, and next is the scrum master. The scrum master is the leader of the scrum. They organize meetings, remove impediments, and work with the product owner to ensure that the product backlog is up to date. Okay, so the scrum master is the person who actually drives all the calls, starting from sprint planning to sprint retrospective or daily scrum calls. So all these will be driven by the scrum master. Okay, and also he works with the product owner, to ensure that the product backlog is up to date. He also ensures that whatever the work that has been done, right, he will take all the updates. Okay, and he'll make sure that we are not falling off of the project or the process. Okay, he is the person who drives that. Next is the scrum team. So to have this agile methodology, we have to have the persons who works on the project, right? This consists of the members around 5 to 10 with different skill set ranging from graphic design, UI, or else the UX, developer, tester, etc. etc. So, and they work together to develop a product under the Scrum framework. So, under this Scrum, they are all the people who works under this particular project. For example, it can be a UI developer, UX developer, or else he can be a database developer, mainframe developer. There are certain different roles as per the project needs. The team will be formed who will be having a different range of skill sets. Okay, so under that, the Scrum team will be formed. Okay, and then the next role is the stakeholder. So, it is a term that refers to anyone outside of the agile team who is connected to the project. Okay. Suppose, say, the project, these are the people. I mean, we saw the product owner as well as the project manager, scrum master, and the team. So, apart from these people, we have something like stakeholder who actually uses the product or the service whatever you will be giving from the company, right? So they are the consumers of it. Suppose say the sales team who will actually be using our project, actually our UIs and all they will be using. So based on them, their reviews also sometimes we might have to consider the feedbacks. Okay, so stakeholder also plays an important role. So these are the roles and responsibilities that we have in Agile. We will talk about certain Agile terminologies. On the floor, you might be wondering what are the certain terminologies about. So we will go through one by one. First, we will talk about the Scrum. Scrum is an agile methodology in which a team works in short bursts of work ranging from 2 to 4 weeks called sprint. At the end of the sprint, they deliver the product to the customers, and in return, the customers give the developers their feedback. So, what happens between the Scrum is, suppose if you are working on an agile project or the process, you will be given a time span of 2 to 3 weeks. Hardly 4 weeks will be given. So, this is the sprint timeline. Okay, so this is what called as sprint. So this between whatever the 2 to 3 weeks, whatever the scrum happens, right? So this is known as sprint actually. Okay, so at the end of each sprint you will be I mean within this 2 to 3 weeks of sprint, what and all the things happen, sprint planning happens, as well as the reviews happens, documentation, as well as the development testing, all these happens within this period of time. So at the end of each sprint, the this product will be, or this particular feature will be delivered to the customer. Okay, so this is known as scrum. Okay, next is product backlog. It's a Scrum terminology that refers to the list of new features, updates, bug fixes, etc. that are required by the user. The product owner is in charge of prioritizing items in the product backlog. They decide every product backlog item the team needs to work on at the beginning of each iteration. So, to give you an example of what how the product backlog looks like, here is a diagram. Say I have certain features or the bug fixes. It can be anything. Okay, it can be a new feature. Consider I'm considering a new features are there. I want to develop a new screens. So what I'll do, I'll go and push all those features into a product backlog. Okay, and that product backlog, and while working on each of the sprints we will take certain amount of user stories from the product backlog to the sprint backlog, and those will be divided as tasks and the team will work on those particular tasks. So this is known as product backlog. Next is sprint planning. So to start off with the sprint, we have to have a plan. So what items need to be taken care? So all these should be planned before we start, right? So initially, during the start of the sprint, a meeting will be held wherein all the details will be discussed. So which user story needs to be taken, and what exactly the requirements talks about, and how much the user point needs to be given. So all these will be considered in the sprint planning. Okay, sprint planning is a scrum meeting where the scrum team decides the work that need to do during the sprint. Okay, so this is known as sprint planning. So we have already spoken about the product backlog. Backlog is nothing but, again, it's a list of new product features or else then update, bug fixes, etc. that are required by the user. At the start of every iteration, the product owner decides the backlog items the team needs to work on. After every iteration, the backlog is regularly updated with the user suggestion and new features. Okay, so same as the product backlog, so you can call the product backlog as a backlog item also. So all those user stories or the new features will be pushed into this backlog. For example, in Jira we have separate section for backlog. Okay, so wherein all the features or the bug fixes which needs to be, sometimes that bug cannot be fixed initially. It is not a small fix, it requires little more effort. In that case they will prepare it as a new user story. So those things will be pushed into backlog to track those items. Okay, and next coming to sprint backlog. So already we have spoken about it, right? It's a list of features, bug fixes, user requirements, and tasks that the scrum team needs to work on during the sprint. So we have already spoken about it, right? So the from the product backlog, certain stories will be picked up into the sprint, so which is also known as sprint backlog. Okay, and next coming to burn down chart. A burn down chart is an important chart that helps the agile project managers to track the amount of work left in the project, the time remaining to complete the work. So burn down chart is nothing but it is a graphical representation of how much work is done and how much work is left within this. So this much time is remaining, and with this time we have this much of work needs to be done. So this is represented in a graphical way. This is known as burn down chart. Maybe when we go to the Jira explanation, right, or the Jira videos, we will get to know what exactly is this. Similarly, as burn down chart, we have burn up chart. It is an important chart that helps the project manager to visualize the work the Scrum team has completed in the sprint and the total amount of work in the project. So this is there is some quite difference, right, with the burn up chart and burn down chart. Burn down chart will show the amount of work which is left, right. Here the amount of work which is completed. So that is the major difference between burn up chart and burn down chart. And Agile has something called continuous integration, which is also known as CI in short. Continuous integration is an agile practice where developers constantly add their code to the main system. Developers work independently on features and deploy the code, and this will be tested for any defects. Hmm? So there is a continuous integration. Uh, this process will be repeating each sprint. So this is also known called as continuous integration, which is agile, wherein agile stands for a rapid development methodology, right. So that is where it is a continuous integration. Next is daily scrum call. It is a daily status call hosted or driven by the scrum master. Scrum master gets together for 15 to 30 minutes to discuss the progress of the project. Okay, so each team member talks about what they plan to do today, and what they did yesterday, and issues they have encountered. So daily scrum call will be held in the morning usually, or else in Indian time it can be even at the evening. Okay, so the scrum master will drive this call and take the updates from the team what they are working on. Okay, what they plan to do today, what else they have the remaining work for today, and what they did yesterday, and the issues if they have encountered any issues that will be spoken. So in the daily scrum call all the team members will be there, including the project manager as well as the team developers, testers, all of them will be there. Okay, and next is epics. An epic is a big idea or feature that can be broken down into smaller user stories. Okay, suppose there is a screen which has different functionalities involved, and that can be broken down into several different pieces. So that is known as epic. Okay, next is sprint retrospective. A sprint retrospective is a scrum meeting where the scrum team analyzes their performance at the end of the sprint. Points which are discussed are what went well, what did not go well, and what improvements are required. So sprint retrospective meeting will happen at the last day of the every sprint. Okay, so what usually they will discuss is, so suppose this sprint something has went some features whichever are getting ready, right. So they went well, so they are completely happy with that feature. So they have to make sure that will be carry forwarded in the coming sprint as well, right. So that they will speak about what went well this sprint, what they have done the good job. Hmm? And next is what did not go well. Sometimes what happens, there could be some defects which lag so many days. So something which happens in a negative perspective, so that will be noted down. Okay, and what improvements needs to be taken care. So from the next sprint, what and all the additional things that we can incorporate to make the sprint even more better. So these things will be discussed in the sprint retrospective. Okay, story points. As I mentioned earlier, it's a measure of effort that your team would need to complete project task. During the sprint planning itself, we will give the story points, right? So story point is nothing but it is a measure of effort, how much effort the team puts. For particular user story, some points will be assigned. Okay, say for one of the user story they have assigned some 4 to 5 points. So based on that they will split the subtasks. Subtask will be splitted too. So where each of the task will be worked by either developer or the tester, right? So that is what happens. So that is the reason we will give the story points. And user story, we have already discussed about the user story. It's a brief description of a specific product feature or a function that customers would find helpful, which is having a description. Each feature will be defined how it works and what exactly it should look like, and what features, what fields needs to be added. All these will be described in the user story. Finally, we will see what is release plan. So we have already completed the whole sprint, and we have some feature, working feature ready, that can be shipped to the production. So before shipping it to the production, we have to have the plan, right? The release is the release plan must be done. A release plan showcases all the feature to be included in the next release along with the estimated release date. Okay. So this is about the agile terminologies. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to comment out if you have any doubts or questions. Please support us. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.